Afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another Business Spotlight interview. The sun is in the sky, and we've got a very bright, shining person with us to interview today as well. We've got Ivan from years.com. Ivan, tell us all about your business.
Hi everyone, thank you very much for having me, Tim. It's an honor. So my name is Ivan. So we started years 3 years ago. That's funny, saying years started years 3 years ago. So we are a complete nutrition system for dogs. So we provide both the food and the supplements that a dog needs to live a healthier and happier life. And our main goal, that's why the company is called Years, is to extend the lifespan of dogs. We do that by providing only whole fresh food ingredients. Again, I'm not going to talk bad about competitors. We're the only dog food in the world that's doing that. So we use only fresh whole food ingredients. So that's both the meat, the vegetables, and the oils that go into our meals. And on top of that, we do a personalized superfood supplement that goes within the complete nutrition system. That's why I don't like calling it a dog food, because it's not. It's a longevity nutrition system for dogs.
Fantastic. And how did you come up with this idea?
We've always had dogs. Personally, always had dogs. Always been interested in subscription and e-commerce businesses. So, as my wife can attest to, I'm useless at everything else. I can do only e-commerce and subscription. That's what she usually says. So that's the idea. It's kind of a lot of things coming together, a lot of different interests. So the first one is dogs. Again, always had dogs. I have two dogs at the moment as well. And I've lost dogs in the past because unfortunately they live way shorter than us humans. So with years we're trying to change that. On top of that, I love e-commerce and subscription businesses. I've done different things in the past which are related to that. And thirdly, I'm interested in longevity as well, both in dogs and human longevity. So I guess three things coming together at the same time.
That's absolutely fantastic. We were talking beforehand, and you were saying that basically it's based on genetics. And so, for example, a Labrador and a collie have different things, different genetics, and therefore will need different supplements.
So yeah, where we're going with it is that different dogs have different genetic challenges. So as an example, like we know that we know that collies and German shepherds have issues with their legs. Therefore, in the supplement we put for these dogs, we have different ingredients that support with that genetic challenge. And as I've said, our food and the supplements are personalized for the dog. So if you go on the website, you get asked quite a lot of questions about your dog. So what's their breed, what's their age, activity levels, weight, and also any again other health issues they might have. So we use all that information and personalize everything. And we've done the algorithm ourselves internally with the board certified nutritionist. And that's what we do.
What a fantastic story. Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Ivan. That's absolutely brilliant. So, did you always want your own business?
Yeah. I have other businesses in the past. Actually, I've started selling things. I'm from Bulgaria originally, so I've started importing like hoodies, boxing gloves, and t-shirts from the UK from Sports Direct when I was 14. So I had to use my mom's credit cards and stuff like that. It was funny at the time. So I've always had it. I've sold things on Amazon when I was a student and been involved in different businesses, only e-commerce related. As I've said, I haven't done anything else with my life besides that. So yeah.
Fantastic. So, 3 years in trading, what do you see as the main challenges going forward for the business?
Wow, it's a big question. I think the main challenge for us is because we are moving very quick and we do everything ourselves. So we are a direct to consumer business, which it means all the tech, everything is done internally, which is great. Learning experience and the IP stays with us. But also when it comes to operations, we do that ourselves. So all the sourcing of the ingredients, the cooking, the packaging, and the dispatch to the consumer, this is all done internally. So when you have so many different components within your remit and your responsibility in house, um, it can create challenges, right? Because for us, we're growing really, really quick, and kind of being able to fulfill the demand and not disappoint customers is the main challenge we experience at the moment.
Amazing.
Because
Absolutely.
you can't just delay the dog food order. The dog needs their food, right? So it's a subscription. If we say that your food on our process, you click your delivery date and frequency, and it's all customizable and stuff like that. If you say you need it on Tuesday, well, it means we need to deliver it on Tuesday. So all the background processes need to work extremely well in order for the food to be delivered on Tuesday, let's say. And also you have these massive growth phases as well. So we've been to Crufts, which is the biggest dog food show in the world, in the beginning of March, and the response and the performance on the back of Crufts has been just amazing. So we didn't expect such an uplift in new customer orders. So I guess that's the main challenge, purely fulfilling the demand and trying to keep up with it.
Amazing. What amazing growth story this. It's absolutely fantastic. So, what have your biggest learnings been as a business owner since you began?
I think you just need to, I guess you need to persevere with it. I'm a subscriber of the work-life balance and stuff like that, but just in some case, you just need to expect that if it has to be done, it has to be done. Like in some cases, you don't have work-life balance because if you don't do it, there's no one else that can actually do that for you. And in the infancy of every business, you have a small number of people that the business depends on, and they need to be extremely hands-on, extremely scrappy to ensure the business takes off, because the stats are quite miserable. Like, I don't know, the probability of having a successful business was like 1, 2, 3%, or whatever it is. So I think the main learning is that the perseverance, the being able to persevere and be scrappy, are probably the most important skills, if I need to be honest.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So, with the benefit of hindsight, knowing what you do now, what would you do differently?
Wow. What would you do differently? Maybe in some cases we would not have moved as quick as we did, because we're like, okay, we'll just do it. It takes people 5 years to do something. We can do it in 2 months, and we rally behind it, and we try to do everything humanly possible to make it happen. We make it happen in a certain shape, but then that might cause issues down the line. So probably that is something that we might change, but I'm not entirely sure if you do, because when you're in the moment and you need to take that action, you always go back to what you know best, if that makes sense.
No, I understand. That's absolutely great. So, what do you actually attribute your growth to?
Uh, the product is the main one, which sounds a bit bizarre because everyone says that. I think the product and the community as well, and the ethos behind the brand and the mission, because we do care about dogs a lot. Everyone who has started a business has had dogs. They care about longevity, and it's it's the meaning behind the brand and the fact that we do listen to customers. So, as an example, before we launched, we created the brand and the product with the customer. So, we had a previous brand that we used for lead generation purposes and to try the product. And then, based on that feedback, we improved the brand and the product. And then, when we were in a place to be like, okay, well, now we're happy to do an MVP, we launched it and then we continued to gather feedback. And I remember when we launched, I used to call every customer, like me and Darren, were the two co-founders. We used to call every customer in the beginning. to be like, okay, how are you doing? Because we know all their dog details and stuff like that. How is Teddy doing? Is he liking it? Do you understand the website? Do you understand the emails that you received? Are you happy with the delivery? Are you happy with the packaging? And based on that, we constantly try to evolve the business. So kind of probably the feedback loop is the most important thing, and being able to take an action based on the feedback loop you get from the customer.
That is a fantastic share for everybody. I mean, that's the customer service par excellence. You're actually going out and actually you got that information, understood what people wanted, and then tweaked and launched. Absolutely superb. Absolutely, I really am. I think that's absolutely wonderful. So, final question. A relatively young gentleman, especially compared to me. But what is the best advice you'd give to an 18-year-old you?
Wow, deep questions today, Tim. Um, just this sounds naff, but genuinely keep going and it's going to be fine. And it's not the end of the world if something doesn't work out the first time, because I guess when you're 18, you get the energy and the youth and the enthusiasm on the back of it, but that can uh, also go against you because you wouldn't have the patience and the experience. So in some cases, like don't take failure and rejection to heart. Try to look at everything as a learning experience, because even if you fail, you don't start from nothing, you start from an experience. And that's something which I think is very important. I think it's people don't really, not everyone understands it like that. And it's just going to be fine. Yes, that's the advice. Ultimately it's going to be fine. You just need to work hard and be honest and try to do your absolute best.
What a
And do
fan- yeah, fantastic! What a fantastic way to end the interview. Ivan, thank you so much for your time. That was brilliant.
okay. Oh, I appreciate you having me, Tim, and guess we'll see you again at some point.